Hi, welcome back to another video. My name is Taryn Mink, and I'm an early childhood mental health consultant and therapist, and a member of the early childhood team at Hopewell Health Centers. We want to welcome you and thank you for joining us today. One of the greatest joys that we as infant and early childhood mental health consultants have is to help teachers, educators, and staff focus on caring for themselves. We talk about self care in lots of different forms because we understand that self care looks very different for each person. But focusing on self care is incredibly important because, as we've all experienced, when we feel empty, it's really challenging to pour into others. So, caring for yourself is going to be even more important with new situations and experiences that are awaiting educators, teachers, and staff this fall during COVID-19. So, prioritizing self care will be imperative as we want you to check in with yourself regularly to know what you might be needing and how to best care for yourself and nurture the amazing person that you are. So, I want to share with you a few ways to care for yourself and to think about self care that might be a little different from those ideas that you've heard of in the past. The first one that we want to focus on is to support your mental health. So, we want to focus on supporting mental health because we know that each and every day you're supporting the mental health of the young children or children in your classroom and your school. But we want you to know that your mental health is just as valuable. While you're caring for those children, you probably have stressors and challenges in your own life, and those are so important to acknowledge. I often ask educators the question, what are you doing to support yourself? How do you answer that question? I want you to take a moment and think about that. And then maybe make a list of your answers so that you'll have those available when you experience challenges. It's a list that you can go back to know how to support your own mental health and support and care for yourself. Also, know that there are crisis hotlines and tech supports that are available if you need some additional support. There's also mental health services in your community. So definitely know that there are providers and professionals who want to help and support you if that's something that you need. Please know that it's really important to access mental health services and supports during this time, but also in other times where you may be feeling depleted or stressed. The second tip that we have for you is to use your support network. So, in addition to supporting your own mental health, using a support network can be an incredible way to care for yourself. We all have those people in our lives who want to listen and support us. Many times, though, we don't use these networks because we might fear that we're burdening someone, or we might feel like there's just not enough hours in the day to seek out that support for ourselves. But let me tell you, those people are in your life for a reason, and they really want to be there. They want to be able to provide that support for you. If you don't have a supportive network or close people in your life, you might consider joining an online group, or you can maybe seek outside professional services in your community through your local community mental health agency or your EAP. The other option is maybe to talk with a coworker or an administrator, someone else who may know and what's going on and how to support you. It's okay to need support, and it's okay to seek that support from others in your life. In fact, using that support network can be incredibly valuable. One of my favorite ways to promote self-care is to encourage others to create routines and rituals in their daily lives. And I think that this idea can be incredibly helpful as we move towards the fall. So, our third tip is to create routines and rituals. The opportunity to add small ways of taking good care of yourself and your emotions and your well being can really have an impact on your daily life. You may choose to create a small ritual, like listening to your favorite song before getting out of your car in the morning, or changing your clothes from work when you get home much like Mr. Rogers changed his sweater to signal to yourself that the day is done. What rituals do you currently have in your daily routine? What rituals would you like to add? I think the transition of a new school year can be a wonderful time to create something new and build in habits that help you care for yourself. So I hope you'll consider creating a new routine or ritual that really is impactful for your self-care and that you're able to incorporate that consistently into your daily life. The fourth and probably most important tip that we have is to give yourself grace. As we move forward, it's really important to give yourself an incredible amount of grace during this really challenging time. Being an educator is never an easy job, and it is certainly even more challenging now during a pandemic. Please be kind to yourself as you adjust to the changes, new experiences, and as you receive the comments of others. Allow yourself to feel those big feelings and seek support and encouragement when you need to. Acknowledge your own fears and concerns moving forward. Be good to yourself and take time to fill your own cup when you need to, because there will be lots of little cups that you're going to be pouring into that need that pitcher to be incredibly full. If you're interested in learning more about early childhood mental health consultation services or have additional questions, please feel free to contact the Preschool Expulsion Prevention Hotline or Hopewell's Early Childhood Program. I've listed in the description box the phone number and email address where you can contact us. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out, or if you need additional support or need support in your area, please do so. We look forward to assisting you in any way that we can. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to these ideas, and remember to utilize self-care and support yourself during these challenging times.